Welcome to a journey into the art of persuasion, where your words can truly make a difference. Did you know that according to studies, the average person spends about 70% of their waking hours communicating in some form? Yet, so few master the art of effective communication. This isn't just about talking, it's about making every word count. In this series, 6 elegant persuasive tactics for effective communication, we will dive into the less explored aspects of speaking that can transform the way you connect with others. From the power of a well-placed pause to the subtle art of using body language, these chapters are designed to turn you into a master communicator. Prepare to discover the secrets behind crafting charisma, connecting deeply through empathy, and using rhetorical devices that make your speech unforgettable. We'll also decode the science of silence in speeches, explore the power of gestures, and learn how to handle opposition with finesse. Get ready to captivate and persuade like never before. Let's begin this adventure together and unlock the full potential of your communication skills. Chapter 1: Crafting Your Charisma, the Art of Magnetic Beginnings. Imagine stepping onto a stage, the audience's eyes locked on you, hanging on your every word. That's the power of charisma, and believe it or not, it's a skill you can learn. So how do you begin to captivate your audience right from the start? First off, consider your opening words as the hook that reels your audience in. Start with something unexpected. A surprising fact, like, did you know that the average human's attention span is now shorter than that of a goldfish, immediately grabs attention. This isn't just a quirky stat, it sets the stage for why your message is crucial in today's fast-paced world. Next, storytelling is your best friend. Humans are wired to respond to stories. When you open with a narrative, you're not just speaking, you're transporting the audience into your world. The key is to make it relatable. Share a personal anecdote that ties into your main message. This approach doesn't just draw listeners in, it keeps them there. Also, questions are powerful. Pose a provocative question to your audience. It shouldn't just make them think, it should make them want to find the answer. When you start with, "Have you ever wondered what makes a great leader?" you're effectively inviting your audience to explore the concept with you. Using quotes can also enhance your introduction. A well-chosen quote from a respected figure can lend authority to your speech and resonate with your audience. Imagine starting with, "As Maya Angelou once said, people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." This isn't just a quote, it's a gateway to discussing the emotional impact of effective communication. Lastly, remember the power of your presence. Your energy sets the tone. If you're excited about your topic, show it. A dynamic presence can make even a familiar topic feel fresh and interesting. Chapter 2: Echoes of Empathy, Connecting Through Understanding. Moving on to empathy, it's about more than just feeling what others feel. It's about connecting on a deeper level. Empathy in speaking isn't just a nice to have, it's essential for truly effective communication. Start by really knowing your audience. What are their hopes, fears, and challenges? This isn't just about demographics. It's about understanding the human sitting in front of you. Before you speak, spend time imagining being in their shoes. This kind of preparation can transform the way you speak. Then, tailor your message. It's not enough to know your audience, you must speak their language. If you're talking to young entrepreneurs, discuss risks and rewards in terms they understand and appreciate. Reflect their aspirations and address their anxieties. Feedback loops are crucial. Watch for visual cues. Are they nodding, or do they look confused? Adjust your message in real time based on their reactions. This dynamic approach keeps your speech alive and responsive. Share stories of failure and success that resonate with your audience's experiences. When you say, "I know how daunting starting a new venture can be," and follow it with a personal story, you're not just a speaker, you're a fellow traveler on the journey of success. Lastly, validate their feelings. Let them know it's okay to feel uncertain or ambitious. It's normal to feel overwhelmed in this situation, but here's what has worked for me. This approach not only builds credibility but also deepens the connection. By combining these elements, your speaking becomes more than just delivering information, it becomes a shared experience. Remember, effective communication is about making your audience feel understood and supported. That's the essence of empathy. Chapter 3: Rhetorical Flourishes, Language that Dances. Rhetoric can turn a simple speech into an unforgettable experience. It's not just about big words, it's about the right words. Let's explore how you can use rhetorical devices to make your language dance. Anaphora is your first tool. This is when you repeat a phrase at the beginning of sentences. Like in Martin Luther King Jr.'s speech, "I have a dream." This repetition isn't just poetic, it emphasizes your point and makes it memorable. Use anaphora to hammer home the key benefits of your message or to inspire action. Next, consider the tricolumn. It's a series of 3 parallel elements. Government of the people, by the people, for the people, is a classic example from Abraham Lincoln. The rhythm of threes is pleasing and persuasive. It creates a sense of completeness that can make your conclusion feel more satisfying. Metaphors are also powerful. They make the complex simple and the abstract tangible. When Steve Jobs introduced the MacBook Air, he said it was thin as a razor, light as a feather. Instantly, you picture something ultra-light and sleek. Use metaphors to clarify and dramatize your ideas, making them easy to visualize and hard to forget. Don't forget about alliteration. It's a fun and effective way to make your key points stick. "She sells seashells by the seashore" is playful and catchy. When applied to your speech, alliteration makes your content not only rhythmic but also more engaging. Lastly, use rhetorical questions to provoke thought without needing an answer. What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? Such questions encourage reflection and make your audience invest personally in the discussion. Chapter 4: Silence in the Spotlight, the Power of Pauses. Silence is one of the most underused tools in speaking. But when used correctly, it's incredibly powerful. Let's break down how strategic pauses can transform your speech. First, use pauses to emphasize your points. After dropping a significant statistic or statement, a pause lets it sink in. Imagine saying, "Last year, 70% of startups failed," followed by a pause. That silence lets the gravity of the statement resonate with the audience. Pauses also create suspense. Before revealing a major point or turn in your narrative, a well-timed pause can make your audience lean in, literally and figuratively. They'll hang on your next words, anticipating the reveal. Use pauses to give your audience time to answer your questions, even just in their heads. Ask, "Now, why is that important?" Then pause. It gives them a moment to think, making them active participants in your speech. Remember, pauses can also help you regain your composure. If you're ever lost or nervous, a brief pause, coupled with a deep breath, can help you collect your thoughts and continue with renewed focus. Lastly, use silence to end your speech powerfully. After delivering your closing line, a moment of silence lets your message echo in the minds of your audience, giving it weight and enduring presence. Incorporating these techniques into your speaking will not only enhance your delivery but also deepen the impact of your message. Each rhetorical device and strategic pause isn't just a trick of the trade, it's an opportunity to connect more profoundly with your audience. Chapter 5: Gesture Journeys, Nonverbal Mastery. When you speak, your body speaks too. Mastering nonverbal communication can amplify your message and make you more persuasive. Let's explore how effective gestures can elevate your speaking. Start by considering your posture. Standing tall with open shoulders invites trust and conveys confidence. Avoid crossing your arms or slouching, as these can suggest discomfort or defensiveness. A confident stance not only makes you appear more authoritative but also makes you feel more assured. Eye contact is next. It's a powerful tool for connecting with your audience. Aim to make eye contact with different parts of the room throughout your speech. This engagement makes listeners feel recognized and part of the conversation. Remember, too much can intimidate, and too little can disconnect. Find the balance that feels engaging. Hand gestures are also vital. Use them to emphasize points and add clarity to your message. For instance, enumerating points on your fingers can help the audience track with your arguments. But keep your movements natural. Overdoing it can distract rather than enhance. Facial expressions convey your emotions and enthusiasm. If you're talking about something exciting, let your face show it. Smiling can make you more likable and approachable, enhancing your connection with the audience. Lastly, consider the space around you. Moving from one side of the stage to the other can help you engage with different parts of the audience and can be used to signal shifts in your narrative or energy. Chapter 6: The Artful Dodger, Handling Opposition with Elegance. Every speaker faces tough questions or skepticism at some point. How you handle these moments can define your effectiveness as a communicator. Here are strategies to tackle opposition gracefully. First, listen fully to the question or critique. Don't just hear the words, understand the concern behind them. This shows respect and gives you time to formulate a thoughtful response. Respond positively. Start with a thank you. "Thank you for that question," acknowledges the person's engagement and diffuses potential hostility. It sets a collaborative tone rather than a confrontational one. Clarify if needed. If a question is vague or loaded, it's okay to ask for specifics. This not only buys time but ensures you're addressing the right issue. Say, "Could you clarify what you mean by," to make sure you fully understand the inquiry. Use the feel, felt, found method. "I understand how you feel. Others have felt the same way, but what I've found is." This technique acknowledges the objection while gently guiding the questioner to a different perspective. If you don't know the answer, admit it. Honesty builds credibility. Offer to get back to them or provide a way to follow up. This honesty shows integrity and respect for the accuracy of information. End on a positive note. Reiterate your main message and invite further discussion after your talk. This keeps the lines of communication open and positive. By integrating these tactics, your ability to handle opposition will not only reflect your speaking skills but also your respect for different viewpoints and your adaptability in dynamic situations.